Hello everyone, so welcome to day 4. Okay, exciting. So we are already on day 4. Anyone who is new here and doesn't know, we are doing World Watercolor Month, and every day I'm posting beautiful paintings that are easy to do and easy to follow. So grab your papers, colors and brushes, and then let's get started. So today we are doing day 4. For this beautiful day 4, I have picked up a sunset scene, like a beach scene, but then which is like sunset, right? So let's go ahead and start. All the details about the materials, papers that I'm using is already in the description below, so make sure that you check them out, and yeah, just follow along. So by now, if you have been following me and my tutorials, you know that knowing the basics is the base, and if you have not gone through any classes, go ahead and check out my previous classes on my playlist under my channel, which are Friday tutorials and watercolor basics, and get that understanding before you jump in with these. Even if you don't have experience and you have not gone through those classes, don't worry, just follow along and you will be good. Okay, so I have wet my paper thoroughly, and thus I said you are gonna do a beach scene, and we are kind of doing a reddish sky, like orange red sky with orange and red sea at the bottom, right? So half of my paper, so I'm gonna take my scarlet red. This is my scarlet red, so I am taking a very thick quantity of the color this time. Okay, and we are gonna do this scarlet all over our paper. Okay, we're gonna cover the sky with this color. Okay, and I'm going to add a bit of, sorry for that, let me correct it. Okay, so I'm gonna add a bit of paint spray from the sides. So just to add a bit of drama to the sky so that it is not too plain. Okay, and I'm not sure if you guys are able to see this part of the setup or not, but I have a cloth on my right side, which so I prefer using cotton cloth instead of using tissues, because the tissues, they get wet so easily, and then I am not able to cover it, like complete my painting, and I have to quickly keep grabbing them. So yeah, so I have started using this cotton cloth from a long time, and it has just changed the game for me, and it is just too convenient. Okay, so too much black, I'll just take the red again and then cover that. Okay, so if you see, I'm like kind of blending in, not everywhere, wherever I feel key. Okay, and that was like too much of paint spray over there, so I have removed it, and I'm taking a thick red, and I'm just gonna cover this portion. Okay, sounds good. Now, because we are doing a scene, this like sea scene, I'm gonna make a mountain over here in the middle, but then this also color would be reflecting at the bottom, because what we are gonna paint is the sea, right? So here it is. So I just diluted a bit with water. So I'm going to just keep this separation, so that I know where I have to make the mountain. And now I'm doing a second layer of the same color to make it a bit dark. Okay, very dark actually. And now I'm gonna take my paints gray, dab it on my paper towel, and then start making ripples on this one, right? Start making ripples on this one. And because the paper is wet, it will just go ahead and blend itself. I will not have to play a lot in order to blend it. Okay, so what I can take care of is this middle part that we said we will join it, right? Okay, and then again same thing. So make sure that the top part is a bit thin and not too thick. If it is thick, you can just correct it, and yeah, keep doing it, right? Okay, so what I do, I just like make this like this, like plain. Even the brushes round, I will just create something like this that would enable me to draw very thin strokes as and when I want them to be. Okay, this painting is not only like allowing you guys to be consistent throughout your journey, it is very important. Like I can tell you from my experience, I started somewhere in 2018, but then I was not so serious about my art journey, right? And then I started like taking, in 2020 I was like, no, I want to do this, and yeah, so one thing that I should take care of is like upskilling myself, right? And not like get lost in the social media game. And I thought, okay, no, I want to do this, I want to learn how to make good art. And that's where I promised myself, no matter what happened, I'm gonna paint daily, right? So that is a creative practice, dedication that I have taken towards improving my art journey. Teaching you guys, like building my own community, was always a dream, and that is happening now, so I'm just so happy. Okay, so now what I also wanted to do was, while we did that, and we'll see, like once this is dried up, we'll see if we want to add more, but I'm gonna take some water now and do a lift from here, from the center. Okay, so if you have a small brush, it is very good. You can just lift the color and create a little small like sunset sun for us, right? Yay, tada! So this is so cute. I love it. Okay. Wow. So this is the most simple painting that we have done. But then if you see, right, once you know the techniques of wet on wet, how seamlessly it has blended across, which is just awesome. Okay, and I'm just want to wait for this to dry up a bit so that I can add more ripples which are more prominent in nature. Okay, so we'll just wait for it to dry. Okay, so for me this is like a semi-dry, and so it's up to like, it's another topic of like, a lot of time there's a debate on this topic, but then I feel it is up to artists. So if you feel like that you don't have a lot of time and you don't want to wait for a paper to naturally dry up, you can use hair dryer, right? And just make sure that you are doing in a low heat, not too very high, but then there is no wrong in using a hair dryer. It also depends, so you can try doing with hair dryer if you have, and then you can also try drying your paper without hair dry, and then see if you can find any difference, and then take a call, right? So whatever works for you. So for me it is very, very different. So when I'm doing this like video tutorials where I want to rush and I want to really show, if I'm taking one-on-one classes and I don't have that much time, I prefer drying it with a hair dryer. But if I'm working on a commission, then I'll just let it sit there and dry naturally. This also gives me and allows me time to go over that painting again and see if I have done any mistakes anywhere, right? So what I'm adding is now the ripples. So as we were up, I was doing like small thin ripples. As we go down, you can make them little thick, and then to some prominent ripples, right? Yeah. And I would really recommend to look at those images that you see in Pinterest or Google or anywhere, right? To look and to study them. So how are the ripples, what happens, so what is the base layer, what is the mid-tone value, what is the highlight over here, right? Yeah, just understand. So just, you don't have to draw it, but like take a picture and then see, okay, this is the color which is mid-tone, okay, this is the color which is highlight, oh, this is the color which is base value, right? Yeah, it just builds your muscle memory, your core memory also, and it helps you remember stuff. So when you actually get down to painting, you know what you're doing. Okay, so you remember the sun that we have made, right? So it is not white also. So what I'm going to do is I'll just make it a bit yellowish. So I'm taking my gombash yellow and I'm going to fill this with yellow. Okay, now because the sun is yellow, there would also be some yellow highlights falling on the sea, right, in the water as well. So I'm taking a very like a thick version of those colors, dab it on my paper cloth, and then just creating some highlights. Okay, so just created some highlights. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna just remove the tape. So beautiful sunset done. And oh my god, this is love. And I'm gonna just sign it. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. If you have not covered the first 3 part of it, make sure that you check my playlist, the World Watercolor Month, and there are already 3 tutorials there. This was the day 4th. So we will have one more as day 5, and then I'll call it off. We'll take a break for 2 days and then again start the series for the next 5 painting. So thanks everyone for joining me in here. Signing off for today and see you in the next lesson.